How do you do, and welcome to some Peglin. We are going to run the apple a day. I think is a good one, having a little bit of extra damage. I used to be able to call this the luckiest luck-based roguelike, but apparently I've been informed that there is another roguelike that exists that is luckier than this one, by the name of Dicey Dungeon, I think is what it's called. I was informed that on a comment, so thank you so much for sharing it. I might have to check it out because, as we all know, I am a very not lucky kind of person, so I think that game and I might mesh pretty well, in the sense that I might get upset with how luck-based it is sometimes, because I get very I have opinions on how luck-based this is sometimes, for sure, and not necessarily positive opinions sometimes, I do have to say. Quite often they're not necessarily positive, especially whenever I have kind of what seems like to be a good run going on, and then all of a sudden I lose. And that's kind of a heartbreaking kind of thing here. But that aside, we are in a grind mode. If you did not know, we are trying to grind through some videos, get some backlogs going, because do I want any of you? Orbit Orb might be interesting. What do you do? Activates each peg 2 times. Why do you get nerfed? Can only be used once per battle. Can target any enemy. Deals an additional 0.134. Who's our boss we're fighting? The mole. Maybe you'll be helpful. I don't think I want any of those, honestly. More the Mem Orb. We've made a few runs with the old Memi Orb, but it's not necessarily the most fun orb, especially early on, since it is once per battle for the first few times, so you don't even want to use it until you are later in the fight. Probably in this fight right here, it would probably be a lot more helpful, if I were to be completely honest with you. Just because now we have all these orbs in our face right here. All these pegs in our face. We're hitting them all. We just recycled. I missed that crit completely. And I missed this bomb completely. We're probably gonna lose a little bit of health here. Just a touch bit. Well, that was kind of gross. Okay, maybe I had some poor decision making here, but ultimately we kept him alive with 1 HP. Isn't that a cool, good thing? Ooh, a Bobby Orb. I don't think we need a Bobby Orb. Let's see what the Orbsium is all about now. They did nerf it a little bit, it looks like. It used to do hit each peg 4 times, which, if you grab the gift that keeps on giving, it's kind of wasted, this orb, but maybe we'll duplicate it, maybe we won't. I don't think we will. I don't think we need to duplicate anything. I would like to remove a few things if it does want to offer that up. But like I mentioned, okay, what's it do? Okay, 3 times. So then I assume once I upgrade it again, it's gonna do 4 times. Yeah, not too impressed with that, if I were to be completely honest with you. Not too impressed. But a week from now, I will be in the middle of the Gulf, or maybe the Atlantic Ocean, or the Gulf of Mexico, one of the two. I think it's Atlantic. We're porting out of the Atlantic side of Florida, so I'll be in the Atlantic Ocean a week from now. I'm going on a cruise for the first time in my life, a cruise ship. Believe it or not, I never thought I would ever be on one, so wish me luck and hope I don't get seasick, as that is a deep fear of mine. I do get car sick relatively easy whenever I look at like phone screens, reading, so Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, whenever I was a kid, my brother and I had Game Boy Advances, and those Game Boy Advances go about anywhere with us because my mom would always take us everywhere she went growing up, so they went everywhere. And my brother would always play it in the car. He would always play his in the car, and I would then try to play mine in the car as well because I want to be playing mine as well. I think at that time we would probably be playing like Pokemon or something, and we try to play it together in the sense of we play it at the same time, fight gym leaders together. So if one of us aren't good enough to beat the gym leader, the other one will keep grinding theirs until the other one beats it. Because honestly, those old Pokemon games were quite difficult sometimes, trying to figure out where to go. But I never played the most recent. I never played the recent ones. I think the last ones that I played were kind of like, I think I played, which one came first? Heart Gold and Soul Silver's remake, or Diamond and Pearl? I really remember playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver a lot. I don't think I want any of you. You don't really mesh with what I got going on here. A peg bag. Intentional oboes, nice. But a peg bag. Let's just get as many refreshes on this board as we possibly can, I guess. If we can get the bandana now, we'll have maxed out refreshes. But yeah, I vividly remember the Heart Gold Soul Silver one remake because my brother and I, on that one specific game, they had like the Pokemon, what is it called? The shows. It's like a show, it's like a beauty pageant, essentially is literally what it is like a beauty pageant, and you would compete with each other. There's like a racing event, there's a performance event in it and stuff like that. And I just remember always connecting. We would always link together because I think the DS, it was on the DS, I think, and they would have some kind of Bluetooth linking that they could do with each other, so you didn't have to have internet necessarily to play with one another, which was pretty cool. You could just Bluetooth it, and so my brother and I would do those like competitions with each other to see who would win and stuff like that. I don't know, it was something that we could do together on it. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty fun. But I digressed way off topic here as I'm getting railed. I should have been playing, should have grabbed that intentional oboe, because then these spiders would have been doing no damage to me since they only do one. But going back on topic, as I'm digressing, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yep, activates 4. Densest. Why do they have to, like, I don't know, man. I got my opinions on that bad boy. I kind of have my opinions on it, but I'm gonna hold them back and see how they work. How it works ultimately. Don't make this a mistake. It was a mistake. I thought that crit was gonna be so easy to hit. Come on, so dense. Well, that's gross. What an... and 2 remaining? Come on. What was I gonna say? I even missed the refresh here. Okay, this run is falling apart, and it's falling apart due to me, and I can't even complete my thought process here because I'm so bad at this game. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go back on topic. So the reason why I brought all this nonsense up is because back in the car rides, my brother and I would always play our Game Boy Advances. So reverting a little bit further back in time, back from the DS's that we had, Mental Mantle. I haven't had Mental Mantle in a while. Reverting back in time, playing on our Game Boy Advances, and I think maybe even if I had my SP at the time, I don't know if I really... By the time I got my SP, I kind of stopped bringing my game with me everywhere. So it was back in the Game Boy Advance times. My brother would always be playing his game, and I would always want to play mine too, so he doesn't get too far ahead of me. But in the car, every time I tried playing, I would get so car sick, and it felt like I was about to throw up, and it was just miserable. And so ever since then, I just can't play video games in the car whatsoever. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I can't even look at my phone in the car, so every time someone asks me to Google something like directions, I just can't do it. It just makes me so sick, and reading is miserable as well, because I would try to do, like, if I was getting a ride from my mom to go to school, I would try to do my homework in the car by reading whatever I needed to read or something, but right before school started. And I would get so sick trying to read and cram right before. So it wasn't even worth my time and effort doing it. It would just make me more miserable, more stressed. But so now that's why I'm kind of afraid of this cruise, and why I didn't think I'd ever go on a cruise, because I'm afraid I'm gonna get seasick. And I did get seasick once before in my life, and that was, we went down to Florida one time for deep sea fishing. It wasn't really deep sea fishing, really. We went fishing for red snapper, and on that trip I got so sick on that boat ride back to shore. Like, whenever we were fishing, I was fine, and whenever we went out there, I was fine as well. It got bad the moment we like started heading back and the excitement was done, and it just wrecked me. Shreked me. Mental Mantle is just so good, and I don't get it offered to me too much. But people have said to me that it's not that bad. Seasickness isn't the same as it used to be. I don't know what I want. All of these kind of are poo-poo, I would have to say. Constricting chains, might as well as grab that one, because we have so many refreshes, we don't really have to aim too much, I don't think. If that makes sense. I assume it makes sense. Oh, I thought I was like lagging or something because it was bouncing. Okay, maybe I'm not pleased with my decision here. If these are how my throws are gonna go, let's mark you so the next guy can spawn in. Nice work. Now the next guy will spawn in, we'll throw you on out there, see what you can do. Oh, hit and run, eh? That's a little rude of you. We're definitely not hitting the refreshes like I had hoped we would be hitting them. Oh, this works. That kind of scaled well, which it's scaling like it's scaling a lot like we do want to go left. Oh, come on now. That's fine. We don't need all those relics. I just want to take the time to show you these relics that I missed. See them? Instead, we got to fight. But I digress a little bit. This thing's scaling just like oh, what is it? The gift that keeps on giving would have, because it's hitting everything 4 times. The gift that keeps on giving, it would hit the targets 4 times as well. So it's not necessarily like that great. It is extremely good, don't get me wrong, it is very good. Well, extremely good is kind of a stretch. I do take that back. It's not extremely good, but it is good in the general sense of what it is and what it's offering me. So it definitely helps with Mental Mantle. I think Mental Mantle might scale with it pretty well. Just we can't target where we want to go, which is kind of gross if you ask me. Well, I guess that will do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. If you know what movie that's from. I did a horrible impersonation of the movie, but there you go. You got a little bit of taste of my impersonations and acting skills. If that impresses you, try to convince me to go out to Hollywood. I actually have a guy that I went to high school with. I'm not gonna say names or anything. Who's out there in California. He's from the small town that I'm from. And he's out there trying to make it happen out in California, which, well, that was a horrible throw, which good for him. He's in a few, I think he's in a few like films. I don't know what kind of films they are. He has shown a few trailers. I think they're like small independent films. But it's something, I'm sure. It's something to pad the resume books, right? Pad the portfolio. I guess they don't really call it a resume, do they? It's a portfolio. Isn't that what it's called? Kind of like artwork. You have an art portfolio. Which, good for him. I think we might take the special relic. Because that will just... Special relic with Mental Mantle just slowly eating away at whoever we're fighting is just glorious. It's glorious. Simply remarkable. You're gone. Look how much he's getting eaten away right here. That is absurd. Okay, maybe these three things put together is crazy good. Well, it's unfortunate that we can't really get to the refreshes whatsoever. Oh, there's a refresh. Pop off king. Oh, if you hit that bomb too. Why are you not gone? Excuse me, sir, why are you not gone? Aren't you supposed to be densest? Shouldn't that be heavier than my bold orb? You didn't die? Oh no. But we are healing back up, kind of. We just have horrible throws going on here. We're fine, we're fine. You're about to pop off, king. Nice. Way to skim that refresh up there. Maybe do it again with another bomb that comes out of nowhere, but no. One shots everything. We're saved. We're maxed health. We're back on track. Bombs applying blind. It's kind of interesting. Now that's very interesting. Whenever you heal lost health, deal 3 times the recovered health. So every time I heal with the special relic, does that mean 3 health every time I'm healing with it? No. We're just gonna be vampires here, essentially. If that's the case, that's gonna be crazy. I sure hope that's the case, honestly. Well, you just ate him alive. I was not paying attention to see if it was true. I don't even, well, I guess we have to lose health first in order to determine if that's true. Boom. Oh, we haven't lost health. I don't think we need any of you. Try to be completely honest with you. I can't even determine where we're going, so I'll accept whichever way you choose. So be it, we go with this way. We should lose health in this fight. Well, there's no ranged units. Oh, save it. 80 damage to everything's not bad, not great. Orbsium, you kind of need to pop off here, King. Not bad. Everything's low except for you, so we'll just eat you away, I guess. Maybe I should have just started eating away all you guys. Well, it's pointless to eat away you with the Bold Orb here. Well, we didn't lose any health. We are definitely not hitting as many refreshes as I thought we would. Rest Orb's kind of interesting, but I don't think we need it. I kind of think I'm happy with how we're going here. Kind of scary that there's an elite fight right before. But honestly, we can't really determine which way we go, so we don't have too much flexibility on choosing which path we're going on. Super boots, super boots, super boots. We'll go ahead and risk it with that. Since we do have healing capabilities, offer the stone, offer the dag orb. I think the stone will probably do a little bit more damage than the dag orb would. If I were to be completely honest with you, it'll scale a little better. It's doing 510. Why is our crit so strong? Is that just you plus 3? It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. We will lose health here, so I'm gonna need your help seeing if it did 3 there, because I can't tell that quick. No way I would be able to determine whether it's actually stacking like it how I imagine it would. And I trust your eyesight's better than my eyesight's. Come on, refresh. Oh, I guess this might be our weakness here. Refreshes are definitely our weakness. We'll take the heals. Oh shoot, we have no worries in the world now trying to determine maybe losing health. If we lose health, we can't because we got that one relic. This might be an interesting fight here. We have 4 relics, 4 refreshes. It's kind of gross. The refreshes do change locations, but they are not changing in my favor. We'll skip them. Popping corn to get more healing? Is that too much though? Think about it. Can you have too much healing? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. With this boss, you probably can't get too much healing. This is kind of a heavy damage kind of boss here. He does like 30 damage with each one of his swings, or each one of his shots. Look how much damage we're dealing. Almost 100. Kind of had to throw it on this side since that's where the refreshes and crits were. Oh, gross, you fell down. Oh, you saved it. How remarkable. That's pretty impressive here, folks. Watch this healing. Oh no, you fell down the side. You falling down the cracks here. It's kind of scary, if you ask me. It's kind of scary. I think we healed enough to where we won't lose our hats. Perfect. Okay. We're fine. We're back in this game. Gift that keeps on giving is kind of wasted. Not gonna lie. Matthew Orbs is kind of interesting to have. Two, 3, -2, -2, so still a positive crit. This might be kind of interesting. Not gonna lie, kind of interesting against chunky bots. Chunky Peglin. Oh, the QR code, as many people call it. So I will therefore then call it. Look at that beauty. Look how much damage it just lost. Just natural damage. That was kind of gross. Wasn't too impressive that time, but look at that. A stone popping off that much is just it's kind of crazy. None of you with... Yeah, we have about probably invincible. We're probably pretty close to invincible with Mat 3 Orpska Shell. We'll heal so much. We're not doing that much like actual damage, but we are siphoning a ton of damage from them with these separating orbs. What is kind of gross is our refreshes are not playing too much into our favor since we can't really angle that well. Not bad. No. You come close, you get blinded. What can I say? It's a risk you're going to have to take. It kind of sucks that you are hitting me though. But your hits mean nothing to us. Ball lightning's actually kind of interesting. It is quite intriguing to grab. I am quite interested about old ball lightning. Will that go straight in? Interesting. Oh no, I ruined it. I grabbed everything. I lost everything. Well. Why am I the way that I am? You tell me why I am the way that I am. That's okay. We have such good relics and we're kind of like a passive vampire build as it is. So honestly, our orbs weren't really doing that much to benefit us aside from purely doing all of our damage for us. But we're starting from scratch. Now we have Pierce. Pierce is on our side with overflow. So now our damage does carry over. I don't feel like invincible anymore. I did feel very invincible with our other orbs, but I guess I'm a failure. Oh my gosh. How you fell straight down was kind of gross there, Orboroso. Orboros. I'm not impressed with you right now. Not really impressed with our refresh locations. We do have 4 refreshes on this board, and this is the best our refreshes can do. That's the scary part. That is the scariest of it all. Oh, we couldn't even hit that refresh. Now we did enough overflow damage to do what we needed. Oh man. How sad. I need to take my time with that mirror question mark thing, because that's there's been a few times a recording has been ruined from that. I don't think this one has been ruined, since we do have such a good like build going on passively with our relics. We have very good relic synergy going on. Kind of grabbed 2 boss relics that often are not grabbed, and I can kind of see why. At least this one, the constricting chains, will not be grabbed too often, because all reality is not that great. Getting constrained to 4 pivot points, if we didn't have these like the tactical tree as well as peg bag, this would have been a miserable fight, because we wouldn't be able to get our refreshes at all. Imagine trying to do this. We're already having a hard time as it is with refreshes. Imagine it. I was so excited with that ball lightning. Imagine trying to do it with, I kind of want to go right. What was I saying? Trying to do this with only 1 refresh on the board, or that refreshes don't move. What an awful map to fight with. Okay, we might lose here. If there's one place that we will lose, it's probably this fight right here. I just don't... If that didn't kill you, I don't know. I gotta hit like 2 of... Okay, that at least gets rid of everything. Okay, maybe we're gonna be fine. But I tell you, watch. If anyone says constricting chains is your favorite, I beg to differ. I challenge your statement. I think you are just lying to yourself and you're lying to us. I think it was a Fun Day Friday actually that it was one of the Fun Day Fridays whenever we tried to turn every peg into a bomb. Every one of these pegs into a bomb. I got to the last section like this, like very well. We had a pretty big, good run going, only for me in the final. Oh, this is not. I just wanted to go right. Me in the final stretch to lose, to grab the remove all orbs in the final stretch to ruin it all. That is a true fact, true story. Unfortunately, you guys like held hands all the way to your fate. That was kind of gross. This isn't the best map because they're just holding hands. Mom, what are we gonna do? I can't really alter my throws too much. You're gonna hold hands and go down. Come on, drop this way, drop this way. Nice. Why am I not targeting you? Oh, held hands going down the side again. Okay, let's see what we can do here. No, I was hoping you would bounce a little different than you are. Hear that distant sound of... It's one of my relics doing that noise. Come on, in the gap, in the gap, in the gap. Not even the refresh. Oh, look at these refreshes that I can't hit. All right, this is kind of a long fight, not gonna lie, and we might actually lose to it because I can't heal to save my life. You guys finally separated from holding hands down the center, only to get wrecked. Ooh, you guys decided to go two different paths. And you decide to go down the middle. You might keep me alive just a little bit longer. You know, Lector Pegnant, you do sound very appealing to have just as a backup to this bad boy. Do I need the backup? I'm gonna take the backup. Whenever a crit is triggered, deal your orbs damage to all. It's kind of interesting. We'll try that. All that healing wasted. Instead, we got 2. That's all right. Alrighty, all right indeed. Not you again. Come on now. You know better than that. You're too good for this nonsense. But at least you're doing a lot of damage now to start. Nice work. Now drop down and hit that crit. Yes. Keep this damage going. Oh, yes. Go 2 separate ways. Maybe you won't hit a crit here, which is kind of gross if you ask me. That's beside the point. My opinions do not matter as long as you get me some high damage here. Oh, I wish you started with the Electropegnant. Well, you're kind of popping off a little bit. 300 damage. 185 or 184 to start. Okay, we didn't do too bad. I'm gonna actually upgrade you. Ooh, safety net is extremely good. Christomalus Fleece is very good as well, but I think I'm going safety net. Safety net's pretty big, not gonna lie. One of these times you're gonna go down the middle. Thank you. And we still got max heal or decent healing from that, almost max health. Well, that's not gonna take you out in one shot, but we didn't lose too much health. Now I did. Still feels like we're like lacking on refreshes here, and we still have 4 on the board. Which I think is just kind of weird. We can skip you. I mean, there's nothing else we could really do here. But keep throwing until it rotates us all the way around. Let's grab the refreshing powder. Is actually refreshing pegs going to be pretty big. If you didn't know what that did, activate nearby pegs when hit, so that means it essentially blows up. Copy the Peglins, randomly remove half your orbs, grab the nearest orb. Mirror orb is fine with me. Hello. We're gonna have so much Orboroso. I wish it was you. Well, your partner is gone, so it's just you. Well, these throws are gonna be quite scary because we can't really angle it any other way than we just did. Decent. When's it gonna angle in our favor is the better question. Oh, there we go. An angle in our favor. Both of them stay alive so we can get like... Oh, and that hit. Oh, yes. This is going to stack so well. We're going to one-shot one of them. Boom. Two of them with Overhammer. 18, 17 to start. We're going to get max... Okay, we didn't go max health, but... We're going to wait for this one to come around. Ah, not shabby at all. Well, that wasn't enough, so. But that was plenty. Well, that was a nice little, I would consider that a little bit of a vampire build. We didn't have the Nosferatu to really get it cooking. But what? We had damage. We're just siphon. We're like a little leech, siphoning the bloodline out of them. We got the mental mantle. We had the infernal ingot. On top of that, weaponized envy, which was crazy. And then, yeah, we lost whatchamacallit, but it is what it is. You saw my flounders. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking with you all later. Bye.